The World Cup qualifier will be hosting their match against Burundi in the Malawian capital, Lilongwe, owing to lack of FIFA-approved sports facility or stadia in the country. Mutiso, real quick on this, how is this going to affect the national football team, traveling all the way to Lilongwe to host your matches because you don't really have good grounds here in Nairobi?
First of all, in developed countries or countries which take sports seriously or football seriously, these are grounds for resignation. The people who are involved should resign. This is the first thing that has ever happened to Kenya. And it's a really sad state of affairs because we won't have the home backing, because I'm sure not many people will travel to Malawi,
yes.
And also there are not so many Kenyans in Malawi, so we have lost the home advantage. So we just have to wait and see, because right now Kenyan football is in shambles. If we can have our games going to not even a neighboring country, a country in southwestern Africa, is very sad. And the federation
recently on Saturday, after I came from Bangkok, the 74th FIFA Congress, yeah? And the first thing he told me is, you can't complain that the federation doesn't have a stadium. The stadium management is given to the government always, any day, any time. The work of the federation is to prepare the team. The work of the government is to give us the playing ground. In this case, how long has Buhungu taken to the phase 2? We were left with phase 2. How long is it taking? Oparanya left. Who is here now? Ferdinand. How long will it take? Talk about Nyayo. Nyayo has been locked for 4 years in the last 10 seasons, right? You come back and you find the drainage is not working. We don't have a scoreboard. Who does the groundbreaking? Who gives the map out of what we want? And why do we always come back with a shoddy work, then we say we don't reach the FIFA standards? In this case, if Nyayo and Kasarani are locked, the best thing, which is unfortunate, would have been going to Dar es Salaam, because Tanzania won't be playing their home match. My research showed me they won't be playing at home at that time. So it will be easier for us to cross the border and go support Harambee Stars as fans and maybe journalists. But taking us to Malawi is a big setback, because the home advantage is being taken away from us. Yeah.
It's here real quick. Let's talk about junior starlets. Probably they could become the first Kenyan football team to qualify for
the World Cup. Yes,
under 17. Of course, we beat Ethiopia 3-0, first leg 0-0 in Ethiopia. But now we are meeting Burundi, who beat Djibouti 24-0. That's a cricket scoreline.
Yeah. Real quick, 17 and 9.
Swila, you can't deny me a chance of telling the government that this time round we take the pain of playing our home matches away. But let us learn from this pain and say it is not going to happen again. Maji memwagika ya Zoleki, but we say that next time it should not repeat. It should not happen. It should happen again. We have given Engin Firat a chance of saying, "I lost because, for example, I did not play at home." That would be enough excuse even before he plays. But about junior starlets, I was impressed yesterday. I watched first half, then I rushed to do the other business that you know, and I was a little bit worried, but the final score was good. This team can go to the World Cup, because the only handle is Burundi and Makiu. Ethiopia beat South Africa so that they qualify for this third stage to play Kenya, meaning that they overcame quite a very strong side. Now, you asked me about Djibouti and Burundi, and I can tell you that was just a training session for Burundi, and therefore I think Kenya has what it takes to beat Burundi and qualify. But this is the thing is, Swila. Last week we had a big conversation about the stakeholders who are pushing for normalization committee because of the standoff we have about elections. If you remember, just before Amina Mohamed struck some few years ago, our women team was almost also qualifying for the WAFCON. So what happened is that we missed that opportunity because we were suspended. What I will pray is that Ababu Namwamba was at the stadium yesterday, Ulinzi Complex. He saw what the little girls did. As all these conversations are being held, let the winner be the player. Let the winner be the player. That's what we've never had. Because
Mustiso,
we can say that we are one step to qualifying for the first time a football team qualifying for World Cup, but because of external politics around it, we lose it. And the way the thing that I sense around me That could be the scenario.
I would like to correct you there a little bit, because we were not yet suspended when we did not play our AFCON match against Uganda. It was through a letter.
Mutiso,
I'm coming back.
Just hold on.
Let me continue. It was because of that letter which was written that we don't honor that match. Coming to you. FKF are the custodians of football here in Kenya.
Yes.
Can they show us what they've recommended for the government to renovate the stadiums which are in place? Go to Tanzania. The federation has done a lot.
Yes.
A lot. They have actually at their FIFA Goal project, they have a stadium there. That's where their ladies teams play their matches, and their academy teams. That's where they play their matches. So you can't come here and tell us or tell Kenyans that...
Two monuments now,
Kasarani and Nyayo.
were actually built by President Moi. Kasarani for the All Africa Games in 1987. Nyayo the same by President Moi. Now, 60 years since the attainment of independence, really.
Really?
It is a shame that Kenya is taking her matches to a neighboring country in the region with a much weaker economy, a much weaker GDP, which is quite a shame.
And I also need to add this as well and say that apart from when we want to do benchmarking, look at even how the government has behaved whenever it wants to spruce up stadiums for national holidays, you know, like Madaraka and all that.
Yes.
They ran with such a haste, showing that if it was to be the same kind of zeal and zest when it comes to football and other sports activities, then we'd have this stadium. But let me correct Mutiso also here, because these things are here.
Go ahead.
You see, at the fingertips, you see when you say that a letter was written, Mutiso, you know, you should be the first person to educate Kenyans and tell them that FIFA, for example, when there's a FIFA match or a CAF match coming to happen here, questions are always sent, or delegations are sent to FKF. By that time, FKF was kicked out of office. So who was supposed to come and take that duty? Is it a caretaker committee that was elected
by... The committee already taken the affairs of football in Kenya before the suspension.
It was only recognized by the government here, not by CAF, not by FIFA. So they only did the duty of telling them that, by the way, we are out of office, so we do not do the way we are doing. I will remind you some other time when our girls who are almost qualifying, I'm not saying that a committee should not be formed. What I'm saying is that anytime we are doing these things, the interest of the player should be number one.
Sure.
And because the girls are almost making it, let me tell you, Mutiso, today, and I always agonize about you when you talk, for example, about the injury that removed you from the game when you were quite young, sure. These girls have a chance of playing in Dominica, and some of them maybe will be picked by the biggest clubs, and their families and their everything is going to change for good. But because of some people's interest, we may lose this opportunity.
That they must be go up.
We need some variety.
Zita, real quick, as you wrap up this topic, the team we face next is Burundi, and it's a cricket scoreline against Djibouti, supposedly a weaker opposition. How should the coach prepare for Burundi as we meet them in the 4th round of the qualifiers?
I think the coach has been with the squad for Harambee Stars for some times now, so he knows who's supposed to play where. I think he has seen how Burundi are playing, and he knows who's supposed to be called up for the Harambee Stars. So for me, I think for now, it's just we go head on because it's a must-win game for us. It's a team that we think we can win. Compared to what? Compared to the champions of Africa, that is the AFCON champions of Africa, that is Ivory Coast. So for us, we have to go to the mentality of winning this game, because this is a must-win. As much as we're playing away from home, as much as we're playing in Malawi, this is a game that it's a must-win. The coach has to know that, and he has to come up with a squad that's supposed to do what to go and win this.
Thank you very much. And I would like to say something about Engin Ferrat, the coach of Harambee Stars. He's been getting so much stick from so many people, but he's a very good coach. For the first time, Harambee Stars...
So the stick is unjustified?
It's unjustified because when you look at, since he took over, there's been a pattern of play with the Harambee Stars. When we are attacking as a unit. When you are defending, we're defending as a unit.
Yes.
I mean, Iran had just qualified for...